This is the most remote house in the country.
How will we get there?
Where is it?
And what's it like to actually live there?
So we have to get a train. Now usually this is the part of the video where I moan about train prices. But the good news is that someone's paid for our train today. More on that later. Who is this mystery benefactor that we have? I'm just glad I don't have to pay for a train.
So to get to where we would be staying, we hopped on a train that would get us out of town and take us 300 miles away.
Currently in the gooch of the train.
We're in the nether regions, aren't we? Would you be surprised to learn that the most remote house in the country is up north somewhere? Who saw that coming? I think this is going to be quite tricky to get to. From my research, like, can't actually get there. Well, you can, but like, there's only select methods. When we get there as well, mystery host has the means of transportation. Who is this mystery host?
Maybe we should call them like something from the films, like the operator.
Remember when we stayed in that buffet and I kept on winding you up that they are going to get you, that they're coming for you. Can you imagine if they have created this elaborate ruse to get you out in the middle of nowhere, the most remote house in the country, and then they're going to get you?
Oh, stop.
I'm glad they're not after me.
I was really looking forward to this one. You just completely turned this on its head. Yeah.
Well, anyway, you mull that over the next 4 hours.
So with Jack already trying to put the fear in me about our destination, I looked it up to try and calm my nerves. I was doing a bit of research on this place, and I think in the 30s there was a novel written. It includes the house because this house was the perfect location for where a murder would happen.
Why do you think I'm taking you there?
I spent the rest of the train journey excited to arrive at the perfect murder house, and we soon arrived in the Lake District to meet our mystery host.
This is a dead giveaway as to who invited us, who paid for our train tickets. Dacia.
Dacia?
Dacia? Hardly not. No, won't do that joke, they're nice. Yeah, Dacia held us up and were like, go on, fancy it?
That's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very strange, a car manufacturer.
Yeah, Dacia themselves.
Yeah. What I think's happened is they've watched our videos, realised that we have some terrible night's sleeps, and have decided to book us somewhere nice. But, you know, not wanting to make it too easy, it's the most remote house in the UK.
Should we get this brand new Duster? Duster?
Duster?
So Dacia made the brave move of trusting us with a brand new car, and we set off into the depths of the Lake District.
Not used to this, not used to being in something that's brand new. Why aren't we in a 106 diesel? How many miles has it got on it?
550.
What?
Yeah. Where's the rattles? Where's the fear?
I think fear's going to come in a completely different form today.
Yeah.
Dacia have given us a 4x4 expert, JP. We said, oh, what's it going to be like? He went,
We said, say no more.
he said, apart from the 200-foot drop on loose gravel, he says it's all right.
It's like you could clip a chunk of rock and slide off. But it's probably best we didn't bring a 106 diesel for that bit. It is beautiful where we've come though.
Yeah, we're not even really out in proper wilderness of it yet. Ethan is finding the dual carriageways beautiful. Right, let's get to the challenging bit.
And as we got further and further into the countryside, through progressively narrower lanes, we followed the road until there was no road.
What have we got here, Eth?
Right, this is a map. This predates Google Maps. This is just to give you an idea of how remote this place actually is. We're just off the top here. Where we're going to is here. There is nothing else around.
Where's the nearest road?
3.5 miles to the nearest road.
So that's it, that's the last proper road. And you seem to think that there's a house out there somewhere.
We go up there, there's a house. Do you know what the other worrying thing is that we've got to face? There are a lot of contour lines here and they're all very close together. So we're going somewhere very remote, up somewhere very steep.
Should I drive?
Yeah, you can drive. Yeah, I'm done driving.
So we headed off down the gravel track and started on what might be the most nerve-wracking driveway in existence.
We're off the tarmac.
I tell you what, this is already, like if you were going to live here, this is already a nightmare. Like straight away, no, you can't own a normal car now. Oh, do you want a slammed project car? No, you can't own one.
Unsurprisingly as well, this track is not open to the public. Dacia have got special permission to use this. This has just got really interesting really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I've definitely got the worst side of this.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm just trying not to look over there.
No, don't.
The car's going to be as wide as it's going to be, isn't it? So long as I hug this side close, it's going to be fine. Can you imagine being scared to drive home? Is there a chance we could tumble off this?
I am so glad I'm not driving.
Really? Would you not like this?
No!
Oh, Ethan, that's a long way down. I made the mistake of looking, and now I hate it here.
Look at what's ahead.
I don't want to. Can you just keep it to yourself, please?
How are you finding it?
Don't talk to me.
That's ridiculous. That's the drop below us.
Can you just stop talking, please? You're 100% driving back. Look at this corner. What am I supposed to do with this? Is this Duster going to get up this?
Oh!
Oh my word! Oh my word!
It loves it.
Now we're just on the section where I'm scratching up their brand new car. Sorry, this car's only got 500 miles on it, and I feel like I'm writing it off every time I go past one of these bushes. I'm just scratching the shit out.
This is just the bit where if you tumble, you go for ages, but very slowly.
Yeah, you just get seriously injured instead of die. I'll tell you what though, when the guys invited us here, they just invited us, and we're under no obligation to say anything about this car, but I'm very impressed.
Hello, 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 hello.
Oh yeah.
Not one said hello.
You know why it is though? There's been so few cars that have ever come up here. Maybe they've never seen a car.
Do you know what the biggest annoyance about living here would be?
If you forgot milk.
Exactly that. So I looked it up. What I think is the closest shop is a 50-minute drive. Before you set off to get your milk, you have to dance with death.
Every day you have to dance to death. You will go to the gym, dance with death. You need to go out and get some loo roll, dance with death.
Oh, it is so remote. I cannot see another building for miles.
I can't see another anything for miles.
There's no sheep. There's not even a shepherd's wall.
Even the sheep don't come here. Can you just show the guys how bad we're scratching up this brand new car?
Sorry, Dacia.
Dacia?
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh,
he loves it.
He loves it. Is that it?
There it is.
Oh, what on earth is that doing out here? Seriously. Stressful, isn't it? It's a stressful driveway.
Beer?
Yeah. Getting to the most remote house in the UK is a bit of a challenge. But do you know what isn't a challenge? Getting a free case of beer delivered straight to your door. That's easy.
Picture the scene. The sun is out, the barbecue is on. All that's left to do is kick back in the garden with a beer in hand. And thanks to our friends at Beer 52, they've got that part covered.
If you head to www.beer52.com/gear, cover the £4.95 postage, you'll get 10 tasty beers delivered straight to your door.
In this case, Beer 52 is showcasing some of the very best beers that Taiwan has to offer.
Inside your case, you will find this double IPA, Double Happiness, from Taiwan's Ugly Half Brewery. This is a substantial 7.5%. But should we see what it tastes like?
Yeah.
That smells like I should be drinking it.
Oh, it's so good.
You ready to stop doing any work now after that?
Yeah.
You weren't doing much before, to be honest.
You wouldn't think that's 7.5%.
That's got a real unique thing going on inside that glass, and now inside my mouth. Also in this case is a Rock Monkey American Stout from Red Point Brewing, and also a West Coast Pale Ale from Taiwan's famous Makela Bar.
If dark beers aren't for you, you can go for the light case, and you'll also get the award-winning Ferment magazine and a couple of tasty snacks.
And if after all of that you're still unsatisfied, you can simply pause or cancel at any time.
So that's beer52.com to claim your free case of beer now. That's beer52.com/gear. Was that the most stressful way to get to a house?
Yeah, that's the most stressful driveway I've ever driven down.
Made it?
This is it though.
Wait, can you hear that? Nothing.
Sound nothing. I've never seen so much nothing. Got any reception?
Nope.
Not only have I not got any data, I've got no signal whatsoever.
You know it's bad when the exclamation mark comes out.
Yeah. Just quickly, you know we had the scratching. Oh, sorry Duster. Oh, it's dusty now, it's Duster. Do you want to see a vehicle that makes this journey on the regular? Look how worn away that is. That's bare metal there. That's just sanded it down. So this vehicle belongs to the person that runs the place. Yeah. That place is Skidor House. Welcome. A really good question to ask is why build this here? It was originally built as a keeper's lodge, as a hunting lodge for all the wildlife you see.
For all those no.
For all those That's right, it's a good vantage spot though, because you definitely see him coming.
Sorry, just stand there a second.
Yeah. Can you see the nothing behind me if I stand here?
That is one of the most incredible views you'll get from a house.
Didn't know this. It's a hostel. You can stay here.
Yeah.
You can book it up and come here.
You can't drive here.
No, you can't drive. You're gonna have to walk.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't come here unless I could drive here, because that's a hell of a walk.
470 metres or 1,550 feet above sea level.
So this was built, I think, in 1829. A family did own it. I think it was the Wyndham family that owned it. They owned this and Cockermouth Castle. Whoa, jeez.
Let's go there.
They also owned all the land that goes with it, which is 3,000 acres.
Yeah, 1,200 hectares.
1,200 hectares. Where are they all?
There's 1,200 hectares
out there somewhere. Through different stages of its life, it's been left and then bought by someone else, then left and used for different reasons. At one point though, I think a shepherd lived here for 12 years on his own with 5 dogs.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is nice. Do you know what this is giving me vibes of?
What?
It's giving me vibes of the Boffy we stayed in.
No, it's not.
The only reason why it's giving me those vibes is because they are going to come get you. No, I was going to say it's giving me those sort of vibes, but like probably 1,000 times the luxury. So let me get this right. I've got some facts about it. Fleece-lined walls. That's where the insulation comes from. Solar panel generated electricity. Because are there main power lines coming out here? I think not. Solar thermal heated water. Spring-fed water supply. This is cool.
Can have a sit.
Yep.
At the fleece.
That's the fleece lining of the walls. Good idea. If it's keeping a sheep warm.
Oh, wait, look out there.
Where?
Out there.
What, past all that nothing?
Yeah.
What do you see?
Just nothing.
Well, this is them building it. Yeah, pre-hostel era. It was a hostel in 69. Whee! And 78 to present is when it became what it is now. Am I assuming no heating?
Is there heating?
I thought there's a big pile of hot water bottles there.
Drink up.
Handy for a sip in the night.
A kitchen as well. A fully functioning kitchen.
Can you imagine living here on your own?
No, I don't want to do that. If you have an issue or an emergency, what do you do?
Now I'm going to be really nice. I'm going to let you pick which bunk bed you want.
Which bunk bed I want?
Yeah, because obviously I'm having this bed.
No, I think it's your turn to have bed closest to the door.
I think you should sleep up here so you're closest to the hatch. Because you know they're coming through the hatch when they get you.
Oh, no, get off my bed.
There's a bit of memory foam in that.
Get off my bed.
That's going to help me remember.
Have we got a good view?
We do, but it's just like, it's just a lot of nothing now. First impressions, could you live here?
No, but I want to spend the night here and then answer that question.
I haven't seen a single TV. I haven't seen a single computer.
No screens?
There's no screens here.
No.
I haven't seen any signs for any Wi-Fi.
No, I'm out.
They probably don't get Wi-Fi here. It's easy to be like, oh wow, this place is amazing, I could live here, when it's all bright and sunny out and there's no rain and everything. There's pictures downstairs of when it snows here.
Imagine -5. You've got to come up that track.
I think you would be stuck here.
God, the more you just think about it and unpick this is, yeah. So to find out what life is really like here, we called in the only permanent resident, Sue, who runs the house. Thank you for joining us, Sue.
Pleasure.
I just had one question. What's the hardest thing about living here?
The hardest thing is probably running out of cheesecake.
Oh,
Rationing
really?
food, because you can see where we are. If I want to go out and get something, it's a week before I'm going to do the next trip. And it's a good hour to get to the supermarket.
It's an hour to get to...
Yeah.
An hour?
Yeah, and that's with a vehicle.
Do you just make sure you never forget things? Or do you forget things?
Yeah, you do forget things. The things that I forget get less frequent. And that's part of the charm of living here, though. Life becomes much more simplified when you strip things back. It is just about people walking in with the clothes on their back, no phone signal, no internet. So you connect with the people that you're staying with. I mean, I have a little cheat because I do have a connection in my house.
I like that you don't give it to anyone else.
I mean, just to kind of run the business. But I have to be really strict too, because part of choosing to come and live here, and it was a choice, was to try and cut back as well the amount of time I spend on internet. Okay. This place won't be forever. It's a privilege to be up here. You know, I'm just a part of it for a very short period of time. So I just want to be really present to it and embrace every part of it every day. And when I go away, I want to have the memories of seeing sunrises, sunsets, hearing the wind.
Have you ever been scared?
Probably just driving down or driving on the track.
That is scary.
In icy
the track,
conditions.
Yeah.
It's pretty exposed. As you go through the dash, going down. Yeah, if it's a bit icy or there's a bit of snow, it can be a bit, sketchy.
We've done it once and it was enough. You've probably done it hundreds of times.
And we were coming up. Ethan said that he'll take the way down.
I'm joining Sue actually up here. Thank you so much for talking to us. I told a lie, I have about 1,000 questions for you, not one question. It's amazing to hear what life is like up here.
Well, thanks for coming to stay, and I hope you enjoy your Skidor experience.
So far, so good.
With a bit more understanding of life at Skidor House, we went for a walk to see what you could do in the local area.
Me and Ethan decided to walk to the pub for a quick pint. We think it's about 30 miles this way.
Do you know how far that peak is over there?
I reckon that's about 3.5 miles.
Very good.
I overheard Sue say it earlier. So if you think about it, see that distance out there? That's the same distance as the nearest road. Not building or that's just where the start of civilization is.
Wait, can you hear that? Nothing.
Nothing. Can you see that? See out there? See that light patch there?
Yeah.
There's a little light patch, and then to the left of it,
Yeah.
you see how it gets a bit darker?
Yeah.
Well, just to the left of that,
Yeah.
there's just nothing. Look at it from here though. It's up there.
It's all the way out there. It's always bedtime as well.
Yeah, let's get you to bed because you probably want to get a couple of hours in before they come and get you, don't you?
Shut the f up.
I reckon they'll be here about, I don't know, I think they're probably, it's going to take them a little while to get down the track, quite isolated here. And they've got to walk because you can't drive, which means they'll have to drag you back. Why do we come out here?
Just complicated look at it, don't we?
You seen it?
No, there's nothing here.
God, they're going to be here soon.
Oh, shut up. God.
You in Top Bunk?
Yeah, unless you want to go there.
No, I was just wondering if you're having Top Bunks. It's obviously further you have to fall when they drag you out.
I hate this so much. The guys don't want to see this. They don't want to see me scared.
The guys like
They
it.
hate it. No one commented last time.
There were so many comments.
There's no lights or anything.
They haven't locked the doors either, downstairs.
Why haven't they?
Because they just don't. They just said they're hoping that someone's not going to turn up.
Why are they allowed to come in?
You got to let them in. You don't want them out there, do you? They would have walked for 3.5 miles, Ethan. How can you be so heartless?
Can I have the double bed?
Do you actually want the double bed?
I don't want hatch bunk.
That probably doesn't even open. Oh yeah, no, it opens real easy. I wonder if they'll take you up out that way. Oh, can you imagine I wake up in the middle of the night and I just see the tail end of your feet getting dragged up there.
You scared yourself.
God, this scared myself.
That's actually...
Dacia. I think this might be one of the most peaceful night sleeps we're going to ever have.
I'm going to bed petrified.
Apart from that, because we're in the middle of no road noise. Like the only thing we'll probably hear is the sound of them taking you away. Maybe 40 seconds to 2.5 minutes, it'll be a bit of a commotion, but after that, it'll be all right.
I'm going to go bottom bunk over there.
That's a wise choice. If we carry on staying in places like this and I keep teasing you the way I'm teasing you, there's no way you don't come out of this YouTube channel without some sort of complex.
This is the most remote bed you would have ever got into.
Yeah, that's a weird thought. These beds are, in the UK at least, are the furthest beds away from all the other beds.
Yeah.
Right. Bedtime.
Cut to Jack going,
Not today. Guess where you are? In some sort of coma, the way I slept.
really? Slept that well?
Mate, it was just like deadly silent there.
They didn't come in the end.
So I just spoke to them, they said they couldn't, said they were getting someone else, but they said they will get you next time. Can't believe I have to wake up today. I had to get up yesterday as well. This was the best night's sleep on the channel.
That's a big plus for the most remote house in the country. Normal programming will resume soon. We've got bin liner challenge coming up.
Got sleeping in a giant croissant challenge coming up.
There's actually one we discussed.
It is on the list.
Right, should we get a coffee?
Let's get a coffee and then let's think about waking up.
Okay.
After the UK's most remote sleep, in the UK's most remote bed, we refueled ourselves, and it was now Ethan's turn to get us down Sue's driveway, or as we'd like to call it, the Road of Doom. And luckily for Ethan, I was there for moral support.
Ethan, Dacia are not going to be pleased with what you're doing to their car.
Stop!
They said to me last night, they said, Ethan, better not scratch this thing.
I said to Sue as we were leaving, any tips for going back down? She said, keep the window open, that way if anything happens you can just jump out.
Sue wouldn't say that.
She did say that, yeah. She was like, oh yeah, and also put the music up, like the Titanic. So you always want to go down to some nice music.
Well, like the band did.
Yeah.
Oh, so...
So,
This Ford is much higher than it was yesterday. It looks like it's gushing. What? Whoa, what are you doing?
let's give it some. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. God, you made me look like a wet flannel going back through there.
That just Sendero through there.
Ethan, this is the bit.
It's not a great one, is it?
No, it's not a great one. Oh, it gets always very...
Oh, it's really steep when you look out the window this way.
Oh, take it ever so nicely down here because, oh boy.
There's some consequences to this one.
Well, it's very near the edge, isn't it, Ethan?
I actually don't know. Why am I looking?
Wait, Ethan, just look out there quickly.
I really don't know how Sue has to do this all the time.
She has to do that if she wants to get like a bottle of squash.
With the treacherous mountain pass almost complete, I still had an important question for Jack. Could you live there?
Could I live there?
Yeah.
I can 100% see the appeal of it. Maybe at some point in my life when I'm sick of everything.
When you've won all your awards?
Well, awards for what?
Oh, you'll get all the awards, surely.
Biggest bellend. Maybe when my life's chilled out a little bit and I don't have to rely on the internet for work.
When you're just a writer and you're penning your thoughts.
Or I knit. I'm a professional knitter. But guys, do let us know if you think you could live there. We lived there for a night. That was enough. I'd like to go back, guys. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. Thanks to Dacia for inviting us and letting us sort of like scratch the shit out of their car. So guys, if you've liked this video, you can subscribe here. You can watch more videos down there. And don't forget to check out Beer 52 in the link in the description below. See you next time. Where next?
Let's do Britain's most unremote house.